Evening, everybody. Welcome to Upstart Live, Run Up for the Future, in conversation with Nilesh Shah from RanceLab. So, Shah is a Gujabai by birth who loves technology and food. He's a trained business and technology professional who helps business owners become more profitable through process automation. His result oriented approach has enabled thousands of retail and restaurant businesses to trim their costs, achieve their targets, and deliver superior customer service. So, I'm Mansa. I'm a part of the marketing team here at PayU. So, PayU, as you all know, is one of the leading payment service providers. We are across sectors like airlines, SMBs, and of course, the startup community. Upstart is our way of giving back to the startup community, empowering businesses by bringing in subject matter experts like Nilesh here to talk about various topics of business and other daily operation related conversations. So, Nilesh, without further delay, over to you. We would love to hear about RanceLab and your journey as an entrepreneur. Thank you.
Hi Mansa, thank you for inviting. A very good afternoon to everyone. Hope you all are keeping safe and well. So, talking about RanceLab, it's a journey of 25 years, and we enjoyed assisting retail, restaurant, and hotel businesses with our all-in-one software that tracks, controls, and optimizes all their business processes. So it removes all the manual processes that demand countless hours of laborious work, such as number crunching on a spreadsheet or duplicating the data on financial accounting system or writing down some notes and memos. The software works for all size of businesses, such as small or large, standalone or chain, offline and online, and presents actionable reports on time on the move. So these action-backed reports really helps businesses make profit sooner, reach break-even faster, and open new outlet quicker.
Sure. Thank you, Nilesh, for that for talking about your journey. So now coming to your business as RanceLab, right? Can you please tell us a little more around that and how it has helped you in build up for businesses?
See, when I say all-in-one software, it means it takes care of the processes such as point of sale, inventory management, financial account, loyalty program, supply chain, business analytics, and chain outlet management. So like these are the core and integrated processes of a business, and any software, any application is incomplete without a solution around it. So having just a point of sale means you will have to have some spreadsheet or manual registers to keep your inventory. Having only point of sale software means you will have to have your financial accounting doing in some with your chartered accountant or some accountant doing it. So as a owner, when you need your reports on your table, it requires some 3 or 4 different systems to compile the data, 2 or 3 different people who pushes information to you, and by the time that reports arrive on your table, it is already 2 or 3 weeks old. So in today's time, if you want to take action on a report which is about 3 weeks old, it does not make any sense to you or your business. That's where we come into play, where we help connect all your business processes end to end and partner with vendors who provide the solution around all of this and give it out as a complete bouquet of services and product to retail businesses, restaurant businesses, and hotels that really helps them grow and nurture faster over their competition.
So thank you for that, Nilesh. So how would you define the past 15 months? So every business has gone through a very tough time in the past 15 months, no doubt about that. How would you define those 15 months for you?
Those 15 months were roller coaster ride, or rather a walk in the park, and the park is Jurassic Park. So, like from these, I mean, there was a common learning, I believe, for all of us that nothing is permanent. Yes, from the perspective of business, the first 3 months, first quarter, which is April, May, and June, that was the sowing time for all the businesses for new business avenues, opportunities to diversify, trying out new revenue streams, and putting new ideas so that you can retain your existing business and customers. And the remaining 1 year, which was from July 2020 to June 2021, it was the harvesting time. Now, let me give you an example. First from the perspective of the retail and restaurant businesses, and then from the perspective of RanceLab. So during these lockdown, some of the restaurants and retail stores who were early in adopting digital ordering, contactless ordering, and digital payments, they had the best time of their lives in their business. They managed to retain their existing customers and also build new customers. Of course, it was pulled from their respective competition. And over the course of time, when things regularized, lockdown resumed, people started going out, the same set of customers have started visiting these restaurants and retail stores instead of their previous ones. So, this is how these businesses have really made a mark for themselves. Further, having a lot of businesses had their own delivery fleets, which was adding up to their OPEX. During these time, again, these businesses have partnered with last mile delivery companies who used to pick up stuff from their warehouse or outlets and deliver it to the customer's doorstep. And they have saved huge amount of money on their OPEX. RanceLab as a solution provider have tied up with couple of companies, PayU being one of them, for digital payments, and we have offered a QR code based contactless orders, pickup and delivery. And using the digital payments from PayU, it's an end to end solution that goes to a merchant and thereby to its consumers, who have helped these businesses overpower their competition.
Sorry. So, what is your view of the prevailing times? What do you
See,
think?
like everyone says, this too shall pass. It's a matter of time. And again, we all will come out of this prevailing economic slowdown. Now, for now, the businesses will have to adapt to new set of rules, which has to be mindful, and it should cover the aspect that should reduce the risk and help them survive the slowdown caused by the impact of the pandemic. Now, couple of focus, which is for building the blocks for foundation and expansion of your business. In my personal view, it is like communicating transparently with your customers, no matter what, because everyone is struggling, everyone is trying to come out of what they've been through. So, communication with your customers in a transparent and simpler way is much more advisable, because that keeps your customers happy, transparent about what is going on this side of the business, and plus those are the people from where your revenue, business and profits is going to come. Second is about the identity, which is the suppliers. Once you maintain a healthy relationship with your suppliers, making timely payments, sorting out of your supply cycle, so that you can especially avoid this just in time inventory and run short on, saving yourself from running short on items at the last hour. And third and most important is the keeping your employee motivated and engaged, because they are the people who are going to engage with your suppliers, your customers, and they are going to showcase your brand to the world. So having them motivated and engaged will really do good time. It will really bring good time to your business.
Absolutely. So, what are the so now coming to the topic that we are going to discuss, driving sustainable growth in the new normal and other and going forward. So, what are the different ways you think? What are the different ways to sustain revenue and growth in these times, in these unprecedented times? So, maybe these times will come again in the future. We never know. So, what are the ways to do it?
We're already hearing about wave 3 coming in, and we can just pray and hope that it does not touch our day-to-day lives. But yes, so for lockdown 1 and lockdown 2, the kind of changes that we have seen in both retail and restaurant business, I'll go one by one. I'll start with restaurant, and then we'll go to the retail ones. So we all know a brand called Wow Momo. They have started doing grocery deliveries during last year's lockdown. So all the essential items were available via their outlets. So, and they also partnered with some delivery companies, if I'm not mistaken. So, so this is one of the new initiative restaurants who have started doing groceries. Then private dining became more popular. Once the first lockdown resumed, people started going out, but they did not want to expose themselves to a larger audience. So that's where the private dining scene came really big into the picture. Secondly, couple of good restaurants have already started doing house parties, which means you're organizing a party for a few of your guests, and they provide every services from meal to waiters to service boys and everything, so that nothing goes on you. It's just everything coming from the professional company. Then, with the rise in pandemic, there has been a tremendous rise in terms of nutrition food, vegan cafes, healthy food. People have started going from party food to nutrition food, and that's how they're trying to get over with it. So there was a rise in terms of this. Then direct ordering and on-demand deliveries, which have increased. So instead of going via several other aggregator channel, brands have opened up their own channel of website orders, brand apps, and direct orders, where which customers can place orders. And there used to be on-demand deliveries. So just like our traditional kirana, where you can place your order and you ask them to deliver it so and so time and stuff. So that's how the on-demand deliveries have started working. People have started simplifying their menus. So earlier, if you talk about a restaurant in Indian context, it is Indian, Chinese, pizza, and snacks. So everything is available in one restaurant. But people have started cutting down on their menus. Rather, I would say they have started simplifying the menus. Instead of having 200, 300 items, they've started with their signature 50, 55, 60 dishes, which is making more sense to their business, keeping their inventory at the optimum level. And the ghost kitchen or dark kitchen or cloud kitchen, as we all understand, they are haunting the dining space currently, whereby deliveries are increasing, and thereby ghost kitchen and cloud kitchens are also increasing. Talking about the retail perspective, there are companies like ITC who have started doing grocery van deliveries. So they have a concept called ITC Store on Wheels. So that's where they started going out to different societies or complexes in respective cities and selling out goods from their van. Social commerce, because more and more customers journey has been now changing from physical. Earlier it was physical, then it moved to digital, and now it is mix of physical and digital. And there's a new term which is appearing, which is phygital, so which is a mix of physical and digital. For fashion and apparel brands, influencer marketing is doing good. So now there are a lot of social media platforms and channels like Instagram, TikTok. Of course, it is banned in India now, but the people who were topping the charts on TikTok have all become brand ambassadors or influencer marketing, and they are doing a lot of stuff around for fashion and footwear brands. Then having online stores in offline spaces, so which is a concept where you pre-book your stuff and go and take a delivery. Then you have increased focus on personal care and health care. And finally, some of the stores who are acting as a fulfillment centers, so they are allowing spaces for larger companies to put their stocks and allow them for using it as a fulfillment centers. So these are some of the trends and changes that we have seen in last couple of months in both retail as well as restaurant segment.
Absolutely. So now coming talking about retail and restaurants, what are the best business practices that you think you would want to advise to these businesses? Like how to carry on whatever they are doing, how can they keep at it?
So I would say, of course, the precise planning of short-term milestones that will help you achieve a longer-term goals or targets. Because thinking anything beyond 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, as of today, is really difficult because we don't know what is there in store for all of us. People usually do forward planning, that my sales will reach to this number, my sales will go to that number, my number of outlets will go to that number, and accordingly I will do this, that. And of course, it is very well, but now is the time to do the backward calculation. What if your sales doesn't go as planned? What if your expenses rise beyond your budget? What is your plan B? What is your plan C? What is your plan D? So this is how the business should do a backward calculation. Secondly, is to sticking to the planned budget. Uh, in business, tracking expenses against revenue statuses is very important. People does go for ad hoc purchases just to make the ends meet. Stop all of those unnecessary expenses. Avoid overspending and strictly stick to your budget. The third is to increase the avenues for revenue. So just not believing that my physical store or physical outlet will get me business. A lot of people are using aggregator channel. There are a number of other aggregator channel which people have not explored yet. When we talk of aggregator channel, people generally talk about Zomato and Swiggy. There are other channels like Winodine, Dine Out, Magic Pin, and couple of other channels, direct orders. So those are the channels. Other than these aggregator channels, there are branded apps which you can have for your own business. You have web ordering, you have home delivery, you have pickup services, direct ordering. For restaurants, it's outdoor catering, on-demand meals, food and grocery vans, food and grocery trucks. So these are a lot of avenues for revenue that you have to think which fits into your business or you fit into this sphere of revenue, and accordingly plan your business. Then hardcore focusing on four components of working capital, which is receivables, payables, cash and bank balance, and your inventory. Then talking from the perspective of marketing and customer experience. When we talk of marketing, people generally think that, let us give away some discounts of NC offers. That's not about marketing, neither the customer experience. As a brand, you need to connect with your customers on a personal level. The more you are connected, the more they are returning. The moment your customers realize that they are part of your journey and their contribution matters, the loyalty comes automatically. And that's an extraordinary level of brand loyalty, which cannot be taken away just like that. And this in turn becomes your most powerful assets a brand can ever possess. Uh, then let's say for a restaurant, it's like menu engineering to know which are the movers and shakers of your business, or let's say best known as high sellers, best sellers, and high profit makers. So identify those items, redesign your menu accordingly, and make more money out of it. And finally, to control everything, you need an end-to-end software that eliminates human errors, controls pilferage and wastage, manages inventory well, and reduces food costs. So these are some of the practices that we from RanceLab suggest to apply into your business, and that will really help you increase your revenue and cut down on your costs.
Thank you for that, Nilesh. So, how does RanceLab as a software help set up these business practices for the retail and the restaurant business?
Um we provide an all-in-one software that tracks, manages, and control the business processes such as point of sale, inventory management, financial account, customer relationship management, supply chain, payroll, business analytics, and chain outlet management. Secondly, RenSlab software works seamlessly, simultaneously, offline and online. The other products that are available in the market, either they are true cloud based or they are true desktop based. While we have discovered something called a hybrid technology, where your store will continue to run even if you have internet or you do not have internet, and at the same time it also available on the cloud, so that whatever backend jobs that you are doing can happen. Like some of the executives are traveling and they want to check on the reports, or the owner is not available on premise and he wants to check on some reports, or they want to do some person sitting somewhere at the remote place and wants to do the purchase entry, or some kind of chartered accountant wants an access to the data, financial data. So all of this can be done with this product. And finally, it's not about what you sell, it's about what you bring to the table. As a technology company, we all bring technology, we say we sell this, we sell that, but that doesn't solve the purpose of the customer. It's all about what you bring to the table. So we bring proven practice from across the world. So we are currently available in around 40 countries. The product is available in around 20 languages, and we are currently catering to about 55,000 businesses. So we bring our experience of all these installations to a customer's doorstep, which is a very, very big and good opportunity for any business to grow faster.
Sure, Nilesh, that sounds very nice. The number of people that you have been able to change lives of in their business, obviously. So, what are the benefits users are going to get by using these products, the products that you are able to deliver through RanceLab?
See, the typical ROI is about 5:1. and the break even time is about 3 to 5 months. So whatever amount you're investing, it's about usually 3 months is when you can think of getting your returns back. So I usually ask my customer to ask us these three questions. What is the investment that we are supposed to make in terms of time, money, and efforts? How soon are we going to get this investments back, which is return of capital, whether it is 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, depending upon size, nature, and volume of their business, they get this money back in form of tangible and intangible formats. And then how frequently are they going to get this amount? For example, having a software will reduce your number of manpower, or rather you can use the same number of manpower in 5 other processes of your business, which means you don't have to do a new recruits, or you can cut down on your existing team strength. So while you put this software, you can save the salary of at least two people in your organization. So this is the amount money you're going to get back. So let's say if you're investing about 100,000 rupees, probably 25,000, 4 months is the time you're going to get it back. And till then, till the time you're using that product, that's your profit, which is you continue to go get back. From the functional modules, using a digital and end-to-end order processing, which is contactless ordering, contactless menu, orders, and payments, you're going to increase your revenue by up to 40%. So we have use cases where customers have already increased their revenue up to 40% using this contactless and paperless order, delivery, and payments. Robust inventory management system that saves about 12% annually by shortening your supply cycle, just in time inventory, overspends, fewer discounts, and more turns. The product increases customer engagement and increases your repeat sales by 46%. And the referral count also increases using refer and run rewards, visit and spend based promotions. Electronic invoicing system that saves your up to 75,000 rupees per annum. It saves and prevents theft, saving you 4% annually. There are options like physical verification, discrepancy tracking, zero pilferage, wastage control. So all of this helps save about 4% annually, streamlines your business processes, increases efficiency, and overall saves 18% annually. So there are chunk of other benefits too as well, but these are some of the highlights that uh, almost 70 to 80% of the businesses find these changes and benefits within 3 months of the implementation.
That's nice to hear, Nilesh. So, how do you differentiate yourself from the others out there?
See, I always see them as fellow entrepreneurs sharing same passion of industry or technology. Now, when you talk about RanceLab, when we do a job in 5 minutes, it's because we spent 25 years mastering it. So people owe us for the years, not the minutes. And if I were to quote one of my customers, they tells us that an amateur works when everything is going right, but an expert works when everything is going wrong, and that's why I'm paying you for. So I would really take that as a compliment, and I keep quoting this again and again because yes, this is the differentiator, and if customer knows us with this differentiator, there is no looking back or turning back for us.
Sure, Nilesh. So, we have a question from Mr. Jayashankar. So, is it a good time to start a new product range of vegan or plant based desserts? So, this
Yes,
might be.
of course. Because yes, why? Because with this growing needs of so I mean, with pandemic we all came back to our healthy diet, healthy food, and nutrition and plant based food. Dessert is something which is tempting and no one can stop oneself from it. Having a vegan cafe or a vegan ice cream or nutrition based ice cream is something I would love to die for. So, Mr. Jaishankar, wherever you are, you can ping me on my Facebook or Insta. Whenever you're opening one, I would love to drop by and eat it around.
Sure. So, basis Jayashankar's question, what if somebody was planning on bringing up, setting up a new cafe in these days, right? how does one go about with setup and everything else? I'm talking about the basic business operations, not the funding or the investment part. But
Mhm.
given that everybody has their investments in place, how does one go about setting it up, given the pandemic and everything else that is at hand?
See, it's like, let's say, for example, I'm running a restaurant. I can change couple of ingredients out of my day-to-day purchases and can convert. Instead of using normal rice, I can use brown rice. Instead of using normal pasta, I can use brown pasta. So there are alternates already available in the market. And by experimenting and changing these stuff, one can always add new items to their menus, be it in form of a full course meal. There's a brand called the Veg on Cafe, somewhere in Bhawanipur, Kolkata. So they've been offering all these nutrition and healthy food and diets, and they've been doing really good. So with rise in pandemic, there was a tremendous rise in sales in terms of these nutrition and plant-based foods.
Absolutely. Mr. Jaishankar has a follow-up question on how RanceLab can help him start the dessert and the vegan plant-based items.
See, definitely we can help them. We are expert in terms of technology, and we happen to be connected through some of the industry consultants, people who help startups scale up or startups set their businesses. We can definitely put them in touch with those people who can help them set up the business with technology. Both RanceLab and PayU, I'm pretty much sure, can help him in terms of setting up their digital orders, reach out to their customers on a broader perspective, and can arrange end-to-end order processing for him.
Absolutely. So now with retail, while most of it, while during the lockdowns, a lot of places were closed down. A lot
Hmm.
of places did, at least the smaller kirana shops, the neighborhood stores that people have always probably overlooked during their high like the high order purchases where they have gone to a bigger supermarket. Maybe they started making a lot more business than the normal than the bigger supermarkets, because you could access them, you could have access to them better, and it was more closer to you, more safer, because you knew them and you knew how they operated, so you could always drop by. So do you think they really had a better business growth during the pandemic, or did they also take a drop in their had have a drop in their business
So
revenue?
it's all about adaptation. So the people who have adopted to the changing trends, it not only means technology, it also means business practices. It also means the changing pattern of how customer is ordering. Even today, a lot of households, our moms or wives, they call up local grocer and ask them to send some of the items to our doorstep, and they have the delivery arranged. And then there are people who go to supermarket and buy whatever at their will. So now, if these local kirana shops and grocers, the people who have adapted to the changing times by using the products, allowing people to place order faster and fulfill the deliveries. So and if you look at the July, August, and September of 2020, there were a number of people who have taken up small spaces and started doing home deliveries. So this is where there was a tremendous rise in terms of number of outlets, or rather number of dark outlets that has been opened up, because they are not physical stores, they are just fulfillment centers. They have their own app, and customers are ordering on the platform and they're getting it delivered.
Absolutely. Also, do you think that given pandemic happened, and especially in the retail and the restaurant business, while most of them kept were closed down, a lot of businesses that kept open adopted a very new age digital payment system? Did most of them move towards payments online? Because I think as people, most of us were scared of dealing with cash, as as physical cash. We did not want to deal or take money from somebody we did not know that was maybe it was unsanitary or would carry the virus for whatever reasons. So
Absolutely,
do you think that
absolutely
happened?
correct. Absolutely correct. Because digital payments was the only mode of payment which was used to the max during the entire tenure and post lockdown. First of all, people were afraid to go out of their houses, and people who took the shot, I mean, who decided to go out, even they were afraid to take the notes from someone else's hands. So that's why people use digital payments to the max. And so even if you are going to the stores, stores are sending out, payment links, and use that link and make the payments. So even if I'm reaching to a physical outlet, I am paying digitally. And if I'm sitting at the comforts of my home or office, I'm 100% ordering digitally. So COD has gone for a toss, and digital have uh, taken the lead.
Absolutely. So, given that digital actually took a lead, so as consumers, I might not have wanted to use cash for the same reason. Do you think more businesses also started adopting, moving away from the cash business to taking either cards, or there are people who have not taken cards and who used to not take cards at previous to these times, and people who did not accept digital payments at all for whatever reasons. Do you
Mhm.
think that also happened with this shift? Did that also shift of, because it has to it has to be fulfilled either ways?
Of course, yes. So the people who were not at all adopting any other modes of payment have started accepting only digital. If they were not having their ETC machines from the bank, the wallets have topped up. So there are several wallets available with which you can make the payments. Same way, people have started, even if they did not have DTC machines, they've started using digital wallets at the payment. So it's a uniform QR code you scan, and then you can make a payment through any other app that you have on your mobile, or you can direct do a UPI payments from your bank. And I would really say that with PayU in place, PayU in market, there are a lot of our merchants who are using this solution. There are a lot of our merchants who are happy using it, who were earlier reluctant to, undergo any sort of digital modes. They are now more than happy because they do not have to follow up on their customers. Systems automatically sends SMS connecting, carrying the payment links. One can just click that link and make the payment, and that's all.
Absolutely. So I think we have come to the end of the session. Mr. Jayashankar, you can reach out to Nilesh on his LinkedIn if you need to, or if you, or if this is regarding getting RanceLab on your to help build your company. I think. Nilesh, if you have somebody's contact details that we can share with Mr. Jayashankar, I will reach out to him offline to his Facebook, and I will get the details shared to him. Whoever can pick up the call from your end to talk to him,
Perfect. So the
have
team will
that.
reach out to him.
Sure, sure. Otherwise, I think, Nilesh, if you have any closing comments to just sum this up, this has been a great, fun conversation, pretty crisp and to the point, like we wanted it to be. So, would you like to give any closing notes, please?
There are just two words: stay safe, stay well, and we all
Absolutely.
will pass through. Yeah.
Yes, yes. So, thank you so much to our audience. Thank you for being a very interactive bunch. Thank you for your questions. It has been wonderful having you here. Nilesh, thank you so much for doing this from the start. Thank you so much for your support and talking about how RanceLab can change how retail and restaurant businesses interact with their consumers. Overall, I, as Nilesh said, hope everybody stays safe, and please do take care. Thank you once again. See you on our next event on the 27th.
Thank you, Mansa. It was pleasure having
Same here. Thank you.
you. Bye bye.